All right, and we are back to the Business Life and Coffee Show. We are in a segment called While You Were Working. And while you were working, we focus our attention on some articles, topics, things that are happening that you may have missed. Why? Because you were working. And this week's article is 5 ways to empower female entrepreneurs. It's found on thriveglobal.com, and it really shows the ways that you can highlight some of the female entrepreneurs. So there are 12 million women-owned businesses, and female entrepreneurship has risen 114% in the last 20 years. Now, there are a lot of reasons why that's happening, and kudos to every woman who is starting a business, going in it full time, building an enterprise, or even if you're just doing a side hustle and you are a part-time entrepreneur. I've always said, and I say consistently, that everyone should have a side business of some sort because it is one of the ways to generate wealth. And if you are interested, I have a free course that I'll show in the show notes that you can do to develop an entrepreneur mindset. It's also on our website at businesslifeandcoffee.com. But anyway, entrepreneurship for women, it's increased 114% over the last 20 years. There's 12 million women-owned businesses. But listen, y'all, I am not a woman entrepreneur, but I can tell you it is hard being an entrepreneur. It is literally a uphill battle. You have to develop an idea. You have to understand your market. You have to build a website. You have to get a domain. You have to figure out how you're going to sell your product. You have to figure out how you're going to price your product or service. You have to generate buzz. You have to steward your finances well. You have to pay your taxes. You have to pay employees, pay contractors. All these sorts of things make it incredibly hard to be an entrepreneur. And that's just being an entrepreneur from the start. Oh, and did I forget that you have to raise funds, or you have to bring your own funds to the table if you want to be a successful entrepreneur and stay in business. And you have to constantly be learning how to improve and grow, and you've got a network. So there's a whole host of reasons why it is difficult to be an entrepreneur. But when you add the layer of being a woman entrepreneur, and especially a woman of color entrepreneur, there are just so many different hurdles that can come your way if you choose to go the route of entrepreneurship. Now, with entrepreneurship, it's tough, but it is incredibly rewarding. It's rewarding for a few reasons. It's rewarding because you are able to bring joy to people. You're able to eliminate problems. You're able to help people become profitable. There's so many benefits to becoming an entrepreneur. You get to build the life of your dreams, whether that's your schedule, whether that's financially, whether that's the impact you make on the world. There's a lot of good to have from becoming an entrepreneur. But the reality is that it is tough, it can be hard, and your circle can really help encourage you and develop you and promote you. And so I don't want to give all of the ways that Thrive Global says you should empower female entrepreneurs, because I want you to read the article. But there are a few that I do want to highlight. The first one is put your money where your mouth is. I challenge you to purchase from a woman entrepreneur, purchase a product at least once a week. It's one thing to say you support someone, but it's another to support them with your financial, your ducats, with your dollars, with your Bitcoin, with your crypto, with your stocks, whatever it is. It's one thing to talk the talk. It's another to walk it. And so think about putting your money where your mouth is and buy their product. You can buy their product or service, or you can give them a gift card. You can give them cash or Cash App or Venmo or something to say, hey, put this towards your operating costs, or here's a gift card that you can put towards purchasing an equipment. For example, if they need a camera, or if they need a POS system, or if they need more inventory, put your money where your mouth is and support women entrepreneurs. Another thing that you can do that is free 99 is that you can give public praise. So the article says, in today's social media and peer-reviewed world, word of mouth advertising is gold for an entrepreneur. If you love a product or service, tell your friends and put it out there to your network. You never know when something will go viral and help propel that female entrepreneur to another level. My sales skyrocketed when Kris Jenner sung the praises of our eyelash applicator and curler. I should mention that this article was written by Conchita Leafling, who is at Eye-AM Conchita. So yeah, you never know when your praise can go viral. You can post on Google reviews, you can post on Yelp, you can post on Facebook. If you know a podcaster, you can leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. There are so many ways. Oh, and you can email them a testimonial and say, hey, feel free to use this on my site. And I tell you why this is gold, like the author mentions. It's gold because when you look to buy a product, you are likely looking on the web page for reviews. You're looking for testimonials. You're trying to figure out if this person is trustworthy and if I should buy product from them or buy their services. And so having more testimonials and reviews and support that a women entrepreneur can use at their disposal helps drive their business. Matter of fact, I was getting my wife's car fixed today, and it was something small, pun intended, but truthfully too, it was something small. There was a bolt that got into the tire, and so the tire needed to be patched. Thankfully, it didn't go flat. No accidents. You know, we got it to the dealer safely. And instead of having to pay for the patch, the person at the shop was like, hey, would you mind giving us a review on Google? And instead of having to pay, you know, we'll eat the cost of this repair if you could give us a review on Google. And, you know, the guy treated me great from the moment I encountered him. He explained everything that I needed to know about the process. He told me a time frame that it was going to be to deliver on the service, and he actually hit that. So I had nothing but good things to say about the experience, but he offered me an opportunity to take it one step further and share my experience online. And I did. And so I got the repair. They absorbed the cost. It was only like $17 anyway. But that review is going to help customers make a decision about whether or not they want to go to that shop. So reviews are everything. If you know an entrepreneur that is looking a little skimp on their Google reviews, why don't you go ahead and give them a review, especially if it's a woman entrepreneur and a woman of color entrepreneur. So check out the link in the show notes for the Thrive Global story on 5 ways to empower female entrepreneurs. And I want you to do all of these this month, especially putting your money where your mouth is. But there's some other things that you can do as well. If you are looking to be an entrepreneur that everyone is raving about, and you want to not only start a business, but you want to stay in business, you need to have the appropriate mindset. And that's why I've created a course called the Entrepreneur Mindset for you to unpack the 4 keys to developing a healthy mindset when it comes to learning how to live the life as an entrepreneur. It's free for you to download. It's available on the Business Life and Coffee website. So that's businesslifeandcoffee.com. And go check it out. You will be more inspired, more disciplined, and more encouraged about what it takes to succeed in business. Now, I've been in business for over 9 years, and I've seen people come and I've seen people go. And without fail, they have not succeeded in business because they failed to master one of these 4 things. And it's not so much that you have to master these things from the start. You just have to be thinking about them and they have to be top of mind. So I want you to check out the course at businesslifeandcoffee.com called The Entrepreneur Mindset. You can search for it in the search box and it'll be the first thing that pops up. So if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, if you are currently an entrepreneur and you've lost your mojo, your drive, why not take a look at the Entrepreneur Mindset course at Business Life and Coffee, free for a limited time. All right.